praises, glory, and honor to. Take it how with Hashem, we can have a shadow, Hashem, compassion.
Heavenly Father, true name, thank you, Alpha. Son, begotten Son, for Hashem, in the name of Hashem, Yahushua. Those are their true names in the ancient heaven, Hashem, gospel tongue. And I say, Barak come to the elders, Barak and Akbar, and I say, Shalom. Out here on the Highways and Hedges, the Chief Place Concourse on this June the 16th, 2024, on this Sunday morning, and Wadi Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah for giving us the opportunity chance to come out here and do so, lifting up the names of Yahweh Al-Shah, and Barak come to the elders, Barak and Akbar, and I say, Shalom.
Get into the second address, the name chapter. This is second address, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, this says, measure out the time diligently in itself, thou says the parts of the signs past, which I had told you before. Right, we're going to continue to measure the time diligently in itself. We're going to sound along on the truck now, so that, like I said, the second chapter, after the increase of spirit in the Son, like that, the second prophet had the Father, and lifting up names of word and having the Father, like it says in Isaiah 62, verse 6, verse 7. And occupying prophecy, like it says in Ecclesiastes 39, verse 11. And we're going to continue to prophesy great countries and great peoples, and the Lord people of justice, as we see it in our world. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 2. It says, then thou shalt understand, it is at very same time when the highest, which is the heavenly Father, will begin to visit the world which he made. And I believe over there in North Pacific, you had a magnitude. Magnitude of a 6.4 earthquake over there in that region. I believe that's not too far from New Zealand. And I believe this was like the second earthquake that hit over there in that region ever since June the 2nd all went to now. So we definitely been seeing these weather conditions that have been taking place in the world today. So that shows you an indicator right there that the Heavenly Father, Yahweh of Israel, is visiting this earth now, so will never, as I'm breaking down second Ezra 9, verse 2. So he's going to visit this earth now, so will never, just like it says in Isaiah 29, verse 6, Psalms 18, verse 7, and second Ezra 9 chapter, and many more scriptures that reference that as well too. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 2, it says, then thou shalt understand, it is a very same time wherein the highest, which is the heavenly Father, Yahweh, will begin to visit the world which he made. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 3, it says, right, just like it says, the expressive nations with perplexity and seas raging on. And we're going to see the earthquakes and the uproars and people in the world as well too. That's what we said in our world today. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 4, it says, then thou shalt understand that the Most High Yahweh spake of these things from the days of before thee, even from the beginning. So these are very important things that the Heavenly Father spoke of from the days of before thee, even from the beginning. We'll take heed to it as us being servants and prophets of the Heavenly Father. Just like our great forefathers took heed to it, we take heed to it in these modern day times as well too. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 5, for like all that is made in the world, had a beginning and an end was manifested. Right, so the beginning of the end and the end is being manifested with these increasing biblical signs, these increasing prophecies. That's about to be fulfilled in the past. So we're definitely seeing it manifest where it's happening. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 6, it said, even so the times also the highest, which is the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, have plain beginning and wonder and powerful works or ending effects and signs. Right, so powerful works or ending effects and signs from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, that we're going to see more and more this time. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 7, and everyone that shall be saved, like the Israelites. Not all the people on the planet Earth, only the Israelites, because the Heavenly Father, he's only in the midst of his people. Like it says in Joel 2 and verse 27. In Amos, the 3rd chapter, and many more scriptures to reference that. Just like it says in Amos 3, verse 6 to verse 7, if I'm not mistaken, of that scripture, the Heavenly Father revealed his secrets unto his servants and prophets, which is the actual Israelites. Because our forefathers, they was the Israelites, and all the way down to us, to generations on down. That shows you that he's only in the midst of his people, the Israelites. He's not dealing with all the nations on the planet Earth. He haven't revealed his secrets unto all the other nations. He haven't revealed his secrets to these small habits. He haven't revealed his secrets to the idea of Edomites. He only revealed his secrets to his servants and prophets of Israel. This is second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 7. It says, everyone shall be saved, right, Israelites, and everyone shall be saved, shall be able to escape by his works and by faith in the man believe. Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 8 shall be preserved from said peril, and shall see my salvation in my land within my borders, for I have sanctified them from me from the beginning. Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 9. Then shall they be fulfilled the case which they have in my ways, and that cast them away his life shall belong to. Second Ezra 9 verse 10. For such as in their life they have received in which they have not known. Verse 11. And they that have gold on all, for they have yet lived, and to place of repentance open unto them, and still not despise. Second Ezra 9 verse 12. The same as going after death by pain. Verse 13. Therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, but inquire after. It said, but inquire after righteous shall be saved, from whom the world is, from whom the world is created. This is second Ezra 15 verse 1. Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 1. It reads from Holy Scriptures. It says, behold, speak thou of the ears of my people the words of prophecies, which I put in thy mouth, said the Lord Yahweh. Right, and that's being his servants and prophets. We speaking of the words unto the children of Israel, the words of prophecies. So that shows he's only in the midst of his people, the Israelites. Second Ezra 15 verse 2. It says, God brings him great paper, for they are faithful and true. Second Ezra 15 verse 3. Fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of which shall be that speak against thee. Second Ezra 15 verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall be I.e. and the unfaithful. Verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh, and I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right, that's what the Father's going to bring on the planet Earth. The sword, famine, death, and destruction is only going to continue to increase, and that's what we're seeing in our world today. Second Ezra 15 verse 6. It says, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the whole works are fulfilled. Right, so wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the whole works are fulfilled, even still to this day. Second Ezra 15 verse 7. Therefore saith the Lord Yahweh. Verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as they touch their wickedness, which they affect to commit. Neither I will suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood brought to me, the souls of the just complain continuously. Right, Ezekiel the 9th chapter. Second Ezra 15 verse 9. Therefore saith the Lord Yahweh, and I will surely avenge them, receive unto me all the blood from among them. This is second Ezra 15 verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, and I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Right, because this is modern day spiritual Egypt, just like ancient Egypt. This is second Ezra 15 verse 11. But I will bring them out with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. Right, Malachi the 4th chapter. Isaiah 66 verse 15 through verse 16. Second Ezra 15 and verse 11. It says, but I will bring them out with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the lands thereof. Second Ezra 15 verse 12. It said, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation shall be smitten with plagues and punishment. They Yahweh shall bring upon them. Second Ezra 15 verse 13. They that took the ground shall mourn, for the seed shall fail, for the grass shall fail, and give the consolation. Second Ezra 15 verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Verse 15, right? Woe means destruction and great distress is for it too. Right along with Second Ezra 8 verse 50. Second Ezra 15 verse 15, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. One people should stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. Right, we see that worldwide, not just on one place particular. Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 16, where there shall be sedition among men, hating one another. They shall not regard their opinions or their princes, because their actions stand in their mouth. Second Ezra 15 verse 17. A man should desire to go to the sea. It says, a man should desire to go to the sea, but should not be able to. Right, so a man should desire to go to the sea, but should not be able to. Other times, that we're about to approach. So like the famine word, times that struggle, but pushing up this MOTV. So that's going to be a prime example of a man should desire to go to a sea, but should not be able to. This is second Ezra 15. Second Ezra 15 verse 18. For because of their pride, right? Proverbs 16 verse 18. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the house shall be destroyed, and it shall be afraid. Second Ezra 15 verse 19. A man should have no pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy the house with the sword. Right, the modern day sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. Right, Matthew 24 verse 21. Matthew 24 verse 12. Ecclesiasticus 39 verse 28 to verse 30. Ecclesiasticus 12 verse 14. Second Esdras. Matter of fact, we're like that Isaiah. This is Isaiah 19 and verse 1. It says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh will ride upon the swift clouds to come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt should be moved in his presence. The heart of Egypt should melt in the midst of it. Isaiah 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight every one against his brother, every one against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. Right? The modern day Egyptian against the modern day Egyptian. We're going to be seeing that in these models. Abashai Yah Shalom, Abashmel Shabarakah, Shalom. Now, if I get into that, it's gas plus 396. Yep, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 8. It says, in a times of love, in a time of HATE, in a time of war, in a time of peace. Right, so we're definitely living in a time of HATE, which is lawlessness, iniquity is ramping up. It's like it says in Matthew 24, verse 12. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. That's what we're seeing in our world today. You had that 42-year-old Edomite over there in Rochester Hills. I believe it's like the suburbs of Detroit. And then he had that spirit created for vengeance. He had like I don't know, he was like mentally disturbed or something like that. So he had like shot. It was like a splash park over there in that area. He shot like 8 of them, and I believe it's like a man, a woman, and a child. I believe they was in critical condition. And then he had killed son himself as well too. So those are lawlessness and iniquity is going to ramp up. So we're going to continue to see that increase more and more these times. As I bring out that Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 8, and we're definitely living in a time of war as well too, as we see in the like Scripture says, wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. That's what we're seeing that as well too. So all this is going to continue to increase. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9. It says the thing has been is that it should be. Oh yeah, I forgot as well too. Just like it says in the book of Deuteronomy 28 verse 54, that we was gonna have that evil eye towards one another. And then you had I believe it's like a June. It was like as of yesterday. I forgot what city it was. You had these two different groups of Judites was arguing with each other. The next thing you know, it was supposed to be like a June 19th party celebration or something like that. They start dumping at each other. So that shows you that we are the Israelites. And you read the book of Deuteronomy 28 verse 54 that we was gonna have that evil eye towards one another. And that's what you're seeing. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 8. I'll read that again. It says, in a time of love, in a time of HATE, in a time of war, in a time of peace. Right? And these are the times that we're living in. HATE, lawlessness is ramping up, iniquity is ramping up. Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9. It says, the thing that has been is that which shall be, and what should be done. What should be done, there's no new thing under the sun. Because this is modern day Babylon. Because you look up that word Babylon, means confusion. This is modern day Sodom and Gomorrah with that alphabet lifestyle stuff. Because the Heavenly Father has laid a rainbow symbol that he wasn't gonna. He had that rainbow symbol supposed to be the covenant that he wasn't gonna flood the earth no more. So that shows you that this is modern day spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah. This is modern day Noah. This is modern day Tower of Babel. This is modern day Babylon. So that's no new thing under the sun. This is Ecclesiastes 1 verse 10. It said, is there anything wherefore it makes it says, is considered that have been already appointed before Ecclesiastes 1 verse 11. Is there if there is no remembrance of former things, neither shall be any remembrance of things that ought to come, those that should come after. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time of every purpose under heaven. Right, for there is a modern day times and seasons in every purpose under heaven. And we're living in the modern day times and seasons of the increase of biblical signs that we see it in our world today. And these prophecies that's about to be fulfilled as well too, as we continue to see the war, evil, and pestilence are increasing throughout the whole planet Earth. And these are the modern day times and seasons that we're living in, like I mentioned before. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 2. a time to be born, and a time to eat, and a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 3, and a time to kill, and a time to heal, and a time to break down, and a time to build up. Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 4, and a time to weep, and a time to laugh, and a time to mourn, and a time to dance. Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 5, it says, in a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, and a time to embrace, and a time to refrain. It says, in a time to refrain from embracing. Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 6, and a time to get, and a time to lose, and a time to keep, and a time to cast away. Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 7, and a time to win, and a time to sow, and a time to be silent, and a time to speak. Right, so we are in the increasing times of speaking of increasing prophecies, as we measure the time diligently in itself, sound your alarm, blowing the trumpet, occupying the prophecies now, so we're in that. It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 8. It's time to win, and a time to waste, and a time to war, and a time to peace. Now, if we get into that, get into that prophet Jeremiah 28, verse 8. And this is the prophet Jeremiah 28, verse 8. Prophet Jeremiah 28, verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence. Jeremiah 28, verse 9, it says, the prophets will prophesy of peace. When the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord Yahweh has truly sent him. You could have just said $20. That shit cost you $100. No ass a goof. It's out $100. Yeah, pulling out so fast on the fight. Now let's get into that Isaiah. Yeah, just like I brought up that Jeremiah 28, verse 8, of us prophesying against great countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence. And this is Jeremiah, Isaiah 13, verse 17. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not borrow silver, and as the gold, they shall not delight in it. That's why we've been seeing these nuclear escalations and tensions been rising up between the different arms of nations. The Western nations versus Russia. As we've been seeing, Russia been doing the latest military exercise games. And I believe they're going to continue to do that all the way until tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. They've been lasting almost a whole week now. After they finish their military exercise drills, which is going to end tomorrow, then they're going to go down there to Guatemala and Venezuela as well too. And then you recently had the U.S. destroy them to spy on their situation, which they did over there in Havana of Cuba as well too, and over there in South Florida. So while we seeing the Russia-Ukraine situation, and we seeing the Belarus and Russia versus NATO as well too, and we have Russia versus the United States, as Russia recently officially said the United States is a threat to Russia. So we're going to see that more and more and more. Like the scripture says, wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. As I bring out the Isaiah 13, verse 17, because the Heavenly Father is going to stir up the Medes against Babylon, and that's what gold and silver they should not fight any of them. This is Isaiah 17, verse 1. It says, the burden of Damascus, behold, Damascus is taken away from being exceeded, and it shall be as room heat, especially over there in Damascus, over there in Syria. You have the borders of Israel and the borders of Syria. You got the Israel Defense Force using airstrikes over there in that area to target those Syrian armies, and the pro-Iranian armies and the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps over there in that area as well too. So it's going to heat up over there in Balochistostan, which is Western Asia. Now I'm going to get into that Ezekiel 38 chapter. You got this Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 1. It says, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Ezekiel 38 verse 2. It says, son of man, set thy face against God and Agag, the chief prince of Meshach, and Tubal, and prophesy against him, which we're doing right now as being the service of prophecy. Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 3. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, it says, behold, I am against thee, O God, and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 4. And I will turn you back the books into thy jaws. And I will bring thee forth with all thy armies, horse and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company of bucklers and shields, and all of them having swords. Right, so the Heavenly Father is going to continue to put that hooks and back to the jaws of these Russians to be in that warlike mindset, and that's what we're seeing as we see in many different military activities around the world of Russia is doing. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 5, it says Persia, which is Iran of Edom, Ethiopia, Cushites, Libya, all of them will shield him. Ezekiel 38, verse 6, it says Gomer and all his bands, the house of Tokmor of the north courts, and all his bands and many people with him. Right, especially over there in Iraq and Syria. You got the Turkish armies against the Kurdistan armies. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 7, it says, Be thou prepared for thyself and all thy companies that are assembled unto thee. Be thou a God unto them. Right, so Russia is going to be a God to these nations. Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, and Turkey over there in that area. This is the prophet Ezekiel, chapter 39, verse 1. It says, Therefore, son of man, prophesy against God, and say, Thus saith the Lord the Yahweh, Behold, I am Israel, God, Ezekiel 39, verse 2. I will turn back to the place called I will call them to come up from the forefathers. I will bring them to Ezekiel 39, verse 3. I will smite by going to the left hand, and cause my arrogance to come right. Now, against that book of Kings, Joel, the third chapter. And this is the book of the prophet Joel, chapter 3, and verse 1. It says, For behold, in those days and that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, by our Israelites, from our forefathers and our ancestors, all went down to us. That makes us Judah and Jerusalem, the Israelites. Joel chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, And I will gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is over there in the Middle East. It says, And I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. Right, so the nations have part of the Lord's land. That's why it says in the book of Luke 21, verse 24, Jerusalem should be tried down to the Gentiles be fulfilled. That's what we're seeing. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 3. They have cast out my people. They have given a boy their harlot, and so they grew up wine that they might drink. Right, during the transatlantic slave trade, selling Israelites for musket and wine. So the Heavenly Father, He required that which is past and what's taking place as well too towards the children of Israel. You know, Deuteronomy 28 verse 43, it says, "The stranger that is within thee shall above be very high, and thou shalt come down very low. They should be the lender, you should be the borrower." You know, so very soon that's going to be reversed, and then because the Israelites is going to be the tail. I mean, the Israelites is going to be the head, they're going to be the tail. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 4. It says, Ye will have to do the meal type things I come, like the Dramatic nations, and all across the Palestine, those Israelites. Where you will recognize, and recompense was with you speedily, and I return the recompense upon your head. Right, just like it says in the book of Psalms 83, verse 1 to verse 7, and the book of Obadiah 1 and verse 15. And this is Joel chapter 3 and verse 5. It says, Because you had taken my silver and my gold, right, the Israelites of our forefathers. It says, Because you had taken my silver and gold, and come into your temple and good the present things. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the nations, right, the Edomites, that you might remove them far from their border. Right, because we've been removed, we've been removed far from our border still to this day. That's why the scripture says the children of Judah and Jerusalem will be blessed together. Yet this day we still in the land of our captivities, speaking these different languages, English, French, you know, all these different types of language, Spanish, all these different types of language that was given from the people that had our ancestors and forefathers and us in captivity, as being they servants or stuff like that. So it shows you that we still in the land of our captivities. We've been removed far from our borders and still to this day. That shows you that we are the children of Israel. So this didn't happen to no idea of Edomites. This didn't happen to no small hats. This happened to actual Israelites. So it makes perfect sense because it makes perfect sense because it's like it says in Jeremiah 17 verse 8, even thyself shall discontinue from thy heritage which I have given.
So that shows you that the small hatters, they haven't been discontinued from their heritage. So we've been discontinued from our heritage. So they the ones that took our nationality. They took our culture, our customs. They took our language. They took our homeland. So that shows you that the picture doesn't fit them. It fits the actual Israelites, the hidden ones, like it says in Psalms, the 83rd chapter. Now continuing on, this is Joel chapter 3, verse 7. It says, Behold, I will raise them up out of the place where you had sold them, and I will turn your recompense upon your own head. Right, those Amalekites, because they financed the slave trade. Those Edomites, they had the Israelites in captivity, right along with the Hamites and the Ishmaelites. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 8. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Samaritans, until people fall off from what Yahweh has spoken. Right, so the children of Judah is going to have these small hatters, these Edomites, into captivity as servants and handmaids, just like they did to our ancestors and forefathers, all the way down to us as well too. So that's going to come back towards them times, double, or what they did to the children of Israel, the apple of the Lord's eye. This Joel chapter 3, verse 15 on 3. It says, I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Samaritans, until people fall off, which is the modern day Yemenese people, until people fall off from what Yahweh has spoken. Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Only you this amongst the Gentiles rebel for, wake up the money, let all that war draw near, and come up. Right, that's what we're seeing over there in Valley Jehoshaphat, Alpha, and Western Asia, and throughout the whole world as well too. That's why we're seeing nuclear escalations and tensions is up at an all-time high. Especially we're seeing what's going on over there in the Korean Peninsula. We're seeing North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, the United States. What's taking place down there in the South China Sea. You have China versus Taiwan. We're seeing that increasing. The disputed territory islands not too far from the South China Sea. We're seeing that increasing between China and the Philippines. That's increasing. Hey, shout out to that brother, the Howard, the props and scenes that's come between, especially what's taking place with the Russian Ukraine situation and throughout over there in Western Asia. So that's something that continues to increase. As I brought out Joel 3, verse 9, as the Heavenly Fathers are waking up the mighty men of these armies and nations to build up your answer. That's what the Lord said. And because the Heavenly Father, He's a man of war himself as well, too. And He's written in the Word. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 10. It says, Beat your plowshares and the swords and the pointed hooks into spears, and let the weak say I am strong. Right, that's why we see in North Korea, they're gonna continue building up their nuclear capability. Iran, they're gonna continue building up their nuclear capability. And these different armies of nations, they're gonna continue building up their nuclear capability now so more than ever. That's why we're seeing military exercise drills up at an all-time high. Military spending been up at an all-time high ever since the Cold War, ever since World War II. That's why we're seeing the nuclear escalation potential is only going to ramp up. It's only going to increase more and more. Now we're starting to see that the weak saying I'm strong against the adversaries. We're going to see that increase more and more in sanction as the balance of most effects heat up over there in Western Asia, like I mentioned multiple times. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 11. It says, Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, which is the armies of the other nations, and gather yourselves together around about thither to cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh. The prophet Joel 3, verse 12, it says, Let the heathen be awakened and come up into the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there I will sit and judge all the heathen round about, which is the other nations, the armies of nations. Joel chapter 3, verse 13. But ye in the sickness of the harvest is real. Come ye down for the press is full, and the fast overflow, for their wickedness is great. Prophet Joel 3 verse 14, it reads, it says, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near the valley of decision. Right, that's what we're seeing. Joel 3 verse 15, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars will draw their shine. Joel 3 verse 16, it says, the Lord Yahweh shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem. The heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord Yahweh will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. Joel 3 verse 17. So shall they, it says, so shall you know that I am the Lord your power dwelling in Zion, to Zion, my holy mountain. And then shall Jerusalem be held up, and then shall no strangers pass over anymore. Right, just like they mentioned in Jeremiah 30th chapter. This read that again. This is Joel 3 verse 18. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down the new wine,
and the hills shall flow with milk, and the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and the fountains shall flow with water, and the houses of the Lord your house shall water the valley of Shittim. Joel chapter 3, verse 19. It said, Edom shall be a desolation. Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the fathers against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Joel 3, verse 20. But Judah shall dwell forever in Jerusalem for generations and generations. This is Prophet Joel 3, verse 21. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord Yahweh dwelling in Zion. Right, the Lord Yahweh dwelling in Zion. So that shows you that the Heavenly Father, He's pleading with these nations for His people, Israel, when they have scattered among the nations and part of His land. That's why the Scripture says that's a controversy in real Zion, real to Zion, And that's why second will pass before third will come quickly. And plus, the Heavenly Father is coming back for the actual Israelites. He's coming back for His actual people. He's not coming back for no idea of Israelites. He's not coming back for no small idols. He's coming back for His actual people. That shows you that He's only in the midst of His people. He's going to save His people. He's going to remember His people. It's like it says in the book of Isaiah, the 11th chapter, Heavenly Father coming back for the remnant of His people. From our ancestors and forefathers all the way to us. That shows that we are His people. Now, for the scripture topic, we get into the Amos. It's going to be a family of the word as well, too, as we approach those times. This Amos 8, verse 1. It says, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread. Right, so it's going to be a lack of bread, lack of water, but the carrying of the words of the Lord and outward by outward. It's going to be a family word as we approach those times. Amos 8, verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even to the east, and they shall roam to and fro to seek the words of the Lord Yahweh shall not find. Right, so many in these modern day times is going to be running to and fro, trying to seek the words of the Lord Yahweh shall not find. These are the times we're about to enter into. As we, as we enter these very serious times, the hour of temptation, the famine of words, the time of living trouble, the perilous times, great tribulation. The pushing of this MOTP, Central District Currency, of this RFID and CHIP, this great insurrection. And so these are the times we're about to enter into. So many shall run to and fro, try to seek the words of the Lord Yahweh shall not find it. Amos 8, verse 12, we read that again for application sake. It says, and they shall run from sea to sea, from the north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the words of the Lord Yahweh and shall not find it. Amos 8, verse 13, in that day shall fair virtues and young men faint with thirst. And this is the book of Daniel 12 and verse 1. This Daniel 12 verse 1. It says, at that time shall Michael stand up, a great prince, standing for the children of our people. And there shall be a time of trouble since there never was, since there was a nation. Even to the same time, and at that time, our people shall be delivered. Everyone shall be found ready. Right, so it's going to be a troubling time like never before as we approach those times, because Michael the Archangel is going to have to stand up for the children of our people, which is the Israelites, Just like he did in ancient times, going to see this in modern day times, so there's no new thing under the sun, Yeah, this is Daniel 12, verse 2. It says, many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall some. Right, it says, many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall wake some to everlasting life, some to shame and everlasting temple. This is Daniel 12, verse 3. It says, they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. They that turn to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. This is Daniel 12, verse 4. It says, but thou ordained shall the words and shall the word, even to the time of the end, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. Right, so many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. Now, if we get into that Ezekiel 33 and verse 33. That's a short prophet, Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33. And when this comes to pass, then shall they live that the prophet has been born. Right, just like Jeremiah 20 verse 9. Ezekiel 33 verse 33 as well too. Now I'm gonna bring up that Jeremiah. Got this Jeremiah, the prophet Jeremiah. I agree forefather Jeremiah. This is the prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 1. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord Yahweh saying, Jeremiah 30 verse 2. Thus speaking the words of the Lord Yahweh of Israel, saying, write all these words that I have spoken unto thee in the book. The prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 3. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, saith the Lord Yahweh, and I will cause them to return to the land which I give to them all, and they shall possess it. Jeremiah 30 verse 4. These are the words that the Lord Yahweh spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. Jeremiah 30 verse 5. For thus saith the Lord, he had heard a voice of fear, he had heard a voice of trembling and of fear, not of peace. The prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 6. Ask ye now, see whether a man does travail with child, wherefore do I see every man in his hands with stones, as a woman in travail, and all the faces are turned into buildings. Prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 7. At last, for that day is great, so none is like it. It is even the time of every trouble, but he should be saved out of it. The ones that's going to be saved out of it, which is the Israelites, that's on the path, on the righteous path, and it's on the side of Yahweh Shah. So I don't want rock side that will be saved out of the time of every trouble, as we be on that protection, that covering under the shadow of Yahweh Shah. I don't want rock side will work. Everybody's going to be fully affected in the time of every trouble once it comes into full effect, as we enter into those times, right? As I brought out the Daniel 12 verse 1 to verse 4, Jeremiah 30 verse 1 and verse 7 as well too. Now, oh yeah, we get out to that. Now we're gonna switch it up and it's that Isaiah. This is the prophet Isaiah 55 and 6. It says, seek ye the Lord Yahweh while he may be found, call upon him while he is near. Right, for the Israelites. We gotta seek the Heavenly Father now some more than ever, especially the times that we are in, as we're approaching those times, now we got to seek the Heavenly Father now some more than ever. While he still got his arms still stretched out still for his people, the Israelites. Now we got to seek him now some more than ever. Come back to our heritage, our culture, our customs, our language that the Heavenly Father has given us as being his chosen people, the sons and daughters of the truth of the power, us Israelites. It says Isaiah 55 verse 6, it says, seek ye the Lord Yahweh while he may be found, call upon him while he is near. Isaiah 55 verse 7, it says, let the wicked forsake his way and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return unto the Lord Yahweh. He will have mercy upon him, towards our God Yahweh, for he will abundantly pardon. So once we come back to our Heavenly Father, the true creator of Yahweh of Israel, and I don't want to that he will abundantly pardon us once we return back unto him as being his people. But the scripture says the Heavenly Father has fully cast away his people. Yahweh forbid. This is Isaiah 55 verse 8. It says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways. It says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord Yahweh. This is Joel, Isaiah 55 verse 9. It says, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways than your ways. This is Isaiah 55 verse 10. It says, for as the rain coming down, the snow from heaven, and the turning of the river, for forth the earth, he made it bring forth, and he blood that it may get seed to the shower and bread to eat. This is prophet Isaiah 55 verse 11. So shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth, and it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper unto the things unto the sin. Now, into that Ecclesiasticus. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 1. It reads, it says, remember now thy creator in the days of the youth, while the evil days come not, and the years draw nigh, thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in it. Right, the true creator, which is Yahweh. This is Ecclesiasticus 12, verse 2. While the sun of the light of the moon, or the stars will not be darkened, nor the clouds will turn up the rain. Ecclesiastes 12 verse 3, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall not be sealed, and the grinders cease because there are few, the lookout of the window will be dark. This is Ecclesiasticus 12, verse 4. And the door shall be shut in the streets. None of the sound of crying is over. You shall rise up and voice of the word, and all the voice of music shall be brought low. Ecclesiasticus 12, verse 13. Let us hit the conclusion. Matter of fact, I'm going to read verse 5. Ecclesiasticus 12, verse 5. It says, also, when they bring before his high, that be in the blade of the almond and the tree flourish, the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because men go to the long home, and the morning should go about the streets. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 6. It says, Lord, ever silver, gold, and wisdom, gold, gold, pictures, and at the fountains of the wheel broken, and at the search. Verse 7, Ecclesiastes 12, verse 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth, and it was the spirit shall return unto Yahweh and gave Ecclesiastes 12, verse 8. Vanity and vanities say of the preacher, and all his vanity. Verse 9. And moreover, because the preacher was wise, and he still taught the people knowledge, yea, he gave good heed, and set in order many proverbs. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 10, the preacher sought to find out in separate words that which was written and upright, even the words of truth. This is Ecclesiastes 12, verse 11. It says, the words of the wise are old as the nails, fastened not in masters' assemblies, which are given from old shepherds. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 12. It says, affirm by me, my son, amount of making many books, there is no end, and any study is weariness of the flesh. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 13. Let us see the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, because this is the whole command. Verse 14. For Yahweh shall bring every work into judgment, and every single thing, whether it be good or be evil. Second Chronicles 7, verse 14. Yeah, this book of Second Chronicles 7, verse 14. It says, if my people, like the Israelites, which are called by my name, and flock the names of Yahweh, to humble themselves, right, we shall have the earth for the Israelites. And pray and seek my face, right, seek his face now, so we'll never Yahweh, the true creator, and turn from their wicked ways, right, turn from our wicked ways as much as possible to the best of our ability. Now we'll hear from heaven, now we'll forgive their sin, and hear their land. This Ecclesiastes, because this is the book of Sirach. Start at 5 and through verse 7. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 7. It says, make no tarry to return to the Lord, and put on for day to day. But suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth, and thy security, and thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Now to bring up Isaiah 33 and verse 6. Then I'm getting to Proverbs, the third chapter. This is the prophet Isaiah 33 and verse 6. It says, in wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. Fear the Lord Yahweh thy powers and treasure. Right, so definitely wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, especially, from the ancient times of our great forefathers. Now you see this in modern day times as well too. So you can definitely can be related to modern day times as well too. So definitely wisdom and knowledge definitely should be the stability of our times. Because you look up that word stability, that goes into having a sound mind, a stable mind of these times that we're about to approach. So wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times and the strength of salvation, and fear the Lord Yahweh our house and treasure. Because the beginning of wisdom is coming back into fear the heavenly Father Yahweh. So wisdom and knowledge definitely shall be the stability of our times. And this is the book of Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 1. Got Proverbs 3 and verse 1. It says, my son, forget not my law, but let my heart keep my commandments. Right, keep the commandments of the Heavenly Father. This so it makes perfect sense because the Heavenly Father, He's the Ancient of Days, so He doesn't change; He still remains the same. Just like it says, Malachi 3 and verse 6. The Heavenly Father, He changed not; He still remains the same. This is Proverbs 3 and verse 1. It says, "My son, forget not my law, but let my heart and let thy heart keep my commandments." Like your heart, your mind. Proverbs 10, verse 2, for the length of days and long life, he shall add to thee. Proverbs 10, verse 3, it says, let the person of truth say to thee, find that thou life, find it on the table of thy heart. This is Proverbs 10, verse 4. It says, so shall they find favor and get understanding in the sight of man. In the sight of Yahweh and man. This is Proverbs 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord Yahweh with all thy heart and lean not to thy own understanding. Verse 6, in all thy ways acknowledge him, he shall direct thy paths. Verse 7, be not wise in thy own eyes, for the Lord Yahweh and depart from evil. Right, so Heavenly Father, want us to depart from evil as much as possible to the best of our ability and return back unto him and choose the ways of righteousness. Proverbs 10, verse 8, and it shall be health to thy neighbor and marriage to thy bones. Proverbs 10, verse 9, it says, I'm the Lord Yahweh the subjects, and the Lord works in all my ways. Proverbs 10, verse 10, so shall thy heart be filled with wisdom, and thy presence burst out with your word. Proverbs 10, verse 11, my son, despise not the chastisement of the Lord, neither be good with his correction. Practice not the God, test not the words of love, which is his people, of his life, for us to return back to the ways of righteousness. Proverbs 10, verse 12, for whom the Lord Yahweh loveth, he correcteth, even as a father, the son whom he would like. Proverbs 10, verse 13, happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. Verse 14, for the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, than the gain thereof to find gold. Verse 15, she is more precious than rubies, and all the things that our hand desire not compared unto her. Wisdom is understanding. Verse 16, the length of days is in her right hand, and her left hand is riches and honor. Right, her the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the Heavenly Father. Verse 17, her ways are the ways of blessings, and all her paths are peace. Proverbs 10, verse 18, she with the tree of life to them that are born of her, happy is everyone entertaining. Proverbs 10, verse 19, the Lord Yahweh by wisdom, he hath founded the earth, and by understanding hath he established the heavens. Verse 20, by his knowledge the depths are broken up, the clouds are dropped down to dew. Verse 21, it says, my son, let not them depart from thine eyes, and keep sound wisdom and instruction. Verse 22, so shall that life be unto thy soul, and grace to thy neck. Verse 23, and thou shalt walk in the way of safety. Thou shalt write down thy secrets. Verse 25, be not afraid of sudden fear, neither the desolation of the wicked. Proverbs 10, verse 26, for the Lord Yahweh shall thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from the table. Verse 27, withhold thy good from them to whom it is due, and what is the power of thy hands to do. Verse 28, say not unto thy neighbor, it will come again tomorrow when I give, and I has it by thee. Verse 29, devise not evil against thy neighbor, saying he dwell securely by thee, right, fellow Israelite. Proverbs 10, verse 31, a person will choose not his ways, right, so choose the ways of Heavenly Father, and not choose the ways of our oppressor, not envy him as well either is doing too. Proverbs 10, verse 32, for the proverb is a abomination to the Lord Yahweh, but his secrets is with the righteous. Proverbs 3 and verse 33, it says, the curse of the Lord Yahweh is in the house of the righteous, but his secrets is, it says, for the poor is an abomination to the Lord Yahweh, but his secrets is with the righteous, right? The Israelites that seeking, that's trying to seek the ways of righteousness. Proverbs 10, verse 33, the person of the Lord Yahweh is in the house of the wicked, but he blesses the habitations of the just. Verse 34, surely he strong and strong, for he gives grace unto the humble. Proverbs 10, verse 35, it says, the quiet should hear the glory, the shame should be the voice of fools. Salakia. Bring up that Amos, the third chapter. As we say, Amos, verse 1. It says, Amos, verse 1. It says, hear this word of the Lord. Amos, verse 1. It says, hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, which I brought up in the land of slavery. Right, it's like that Father brought up our ancestors and forefathers out of the land of Egypt. During those times they were deliverance. And this is modern day spiritual Egypt. There's going to be an ultimately great deliverance out of here as well, too, just like ancient Egypt. Like it says, Isaiah, the 11th chapter, Heavenly Father's coming back for the remnant of his people, of his rights.
This is Amos 3 and verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Right, so the Father, he had only known us as us being his people, the Israelites, you know. So he don't know all the families of the planet Earth. And why you think he run? Why you think it's Deuteronomy 32 and Deuteronomy 32 and verse 8, when the Most High divided the nations for their inheritance. So we are his people. We are his inheritance. You know. So that's why we ain't only set up our people. So we're separate from all the nations. That's why the Most High divided the nations. Even though we're in a modern day melting pot, this is our modern day time now. But at the same time, we have to talk. These are the his people. These are the manifested of his people. It's Amos 3 and verse 3. Then took up together so that he could read. Then he read verse 4. It says, will that run war and foolish he has free. With a young lion cried with him. He has so Amos 3 and verse 4. It says, will a young lion foolish he has free. With a young lion cry out with him. He has Amos 3 and verse 5. And the king called the spirit upon the earth, which shall go take the snare of the earth. And take it on the Lord. Amos 3 verse 6, shall they come together in the city, and people are having in the city, and the Lord will have another. Amos 3 verse 7, the Lord Yahweh will do nothing but reveal his secrets unto his servants and prophets, right? Us Israelites, from our forefathers and ancestors all the way to us. So that makes us the Israelites. So he revealed his secrets unto his people, the servants and prophets, the Israelites. This is Amos 3 verse 8, the lion has roared, who will not fear? The Lord Yahweh has spoken it, who can prophesy? Now, if we get into that second Esdras. Matter of fact, rather than getting into that, let's switch up once again. We got to get into that Revelations. Got to switch up the topic. We get into that Revelations 13 verse 16. As we see in this central district bank currency of cashless society in order to buy or sell. This is Revelations 13 verse 16. It says, and it calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a Koach, which is that M-A-R-K, in their right hand or in their F-O-R-E-H-E-A-D-S. Right, so the pushing of this R-F-I-E and C-H-I-E in order to buy or sell. And this is what they're pushing. Central digital currency, cash in society, digital ID, digital product, digital currency, the digital dollar. It's very soon paper dollar is going to be a thing in the past. The petrol dollar, the American dollar, the EU dollar, the paper dollar. That's going to be a thing in the past as they push forward this digital currency or cash in society in order to buy or sell. This is what we're about to enter into. This is Revelations 13 verse 17. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, say that he have the Quran, which is the M-A-R-K, of the name of the E-A-S-T, which is the system, and that image says rewards it right along with the system. Because this is modern day Babylon, and this is modern day Babylon system, and this modern day Babylonian economical system, and this BEAST system as well too. It says, or the number of his name. Revelations 13 verse 18. It says, here is wisdom, let him have understanding. Count the number of his teeth, for this number of a man, his number is SIX, score SIX. Right, those 3-digit letters of that SIX, of them pushing up this MOTP. This is Revelations 14 verse 8. It says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, Babylon is great fall. It says, I'm going to read that again, Revelations 14 verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she has made all nations drunk of the wine, the wrath of her fornication. Revelation 14 verse 9. It says, the third angel followed and said, that this many men worship the people as he his image, receiving of his Quran, and his F-O-R-E-H-E-A-D, or in his name. Revelation 14 verse 10, the saying shall drink the wine of wrath and power, without mixture, And under his indignation, he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of holy angels and the presence of the Lamb. Right, so if you worship this image and take that karate and be part of this BEAST economical system, and it's a modern day system as well too of Babylon, and receiving his karate, which is also part of their body, part of their body. That's going to be a harsh penalty for that, especially for the Israelites. That's why I tell the Israelites, be not partaker of them, be partaker of the ways of the Father. Like Scripture says, John 8:32, he shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Isaiah 33 and verse 6, which I brought out already. The wisdom, knowledge, never should be disability of our times. This Revelation 14 verse 11, it says, in the smoke of her torment, I say up forever and ever, they have no rest day or night to worship the BEAST and his image. And whosoever received the Barak in Tay. Now, I'm going to get into that Revelations 18 and verse 1, as we're prophesying about this soon to come, this MOTB of this RFID and CHIP, and what the Bible said. While we are prophesying about that, and we're prophesying the downfall of modern day Babylon as well too, especially this system of Babylon. This is Revelations 18 verse 1. This is Revelations 18 verse 1. It says, after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was like his glory. Revelations 18 verse 2. It says, he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon is fallen, it's fallen. It's become a habitation of deceivers, and a hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of hungry, unclean, HATE, bird. This Revelations 18 verse 3, for all the nations have drunk the wine, the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of their delicacies. Revelations 18 verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of my people, that you be not partaker of her sins, and receive none of her plagues. Right? Just like an angel of the cherubim speaking, going to be mentioned in these times for the children of Israel, mentally and spiritually come out of the ways of Babylon, because the ways of Babylon promotes evilness, wickedness, unrighteous creeds. So that Heavenly Father wants us to be separated from that mentally and spiritually. Now we understand we are of the world, not of it, but like from mental and spiritual sense, we gotta separate from the ways that are mentally and spiritual, and coming back into the ways mentally and spiritually of the ways of the Father. Revelations 18 verse 5, it says, for her sins have reached unto heavens, and Yahweh has remembered her iniquities, like the iniquities of the daughter of Babylon. This is Revelations 18 verse 6, for her in that she before you double. And it says, double unto her, double according to her works. In the works and the cup which she had filled for her help. It said, how much she had glorified herself over this. So was torment and sorrow different, for she said, sit in her heart, I said, a queen, and shall, I am a widow, and shall seek a sorrow. Revelation 18, verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death on the famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, strong and the power by the power of the judgment. Revelations 18 verse 9, it says, the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and deliciously. It says, with her shall be well heard, and looking for her when they shall see the smoke of the work. Revelations 18 verse 10, standing far off the fear of her torment, saying, at last, that great city of Babylon, that mighty city, will go on out thy judgment come. This is Revelations 18 verse 11. It says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man shall buy their merchandise anymore. Revelations 18 verse 12, the merchants of gold and silver and precious stones and pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and fine wood and all matter of vessels and ivy and all matter of vessels and precious woods and brass and iron and all. Revelations 18 verse 13, it says, the silver and the odors and ointments and fragrance and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and servants and animals. Revelation 18 verse 14, it says, the fruits thy lusts after are depart from thee are things which were dainty and goodly are depart from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. Revelation 18 verse 15, it says, multiply of these things which were made rich by her,
shall stand far off, and fear no good turn will be there. Revelation 18, verse 16. And saying, at last, that great city, and what is that I live, the purple, the scarlet, that wood, and gold, and precious stones and pearls. Revelations, Salaki. This is Revelations 18 and verse 17. It says, for in 1 hour so great riches come to naught, and every ship master all the companies, and ships and sailors, as many as trade by sea, so all. Revelations 18 verse 18. And they cried when they saw the smoke of the burning, saying, what city is like this great city? Revelations 18 verse 19. And they cast dust on their heads, crying, weeping, and wailing, and saying, at last, that great city, which was made rich, and all that had ships in the sea, by reason of her offerings. But in 1 hour she is made desolate. Revelations 18 verse 1. The voice overheard God in heaven, and before the apostles and prophets of Yahweh's people that had avenged on earth. Revelations 18 verse 21. It says, and a mighty angel took up like a stone, like a dirty millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus will lies thy great city. It says, I saw thy great city, Babylon, be thrown down, shall be found no more at all. Revelations 18 verse 22. It says, and the voice of the harpers and musicians and of the pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all indeed. And the craftsmen, whosoever craftsman shall be found before indeed, and the sounds of the hailstone shall be heard no more at all indeed. Revelations 18 verse 23. And the light of the candle shall shine no more at all indeed. And the voice of the wise all the scribes shall be heard no more at all indeed. For thy merchandise, for the great men of the earth, for thy sorcerers, all nations see. Revelation 18 verse 24. And virgins surrounded the throne and prophets and the saints like Israelites. My forefathers all been tested out of their times, and all they were slain upon the earth. So yeah, we're definitely gonna check down Babylon 3 as I bring up that Jeremiah 51 is real too. And this is Prophet Jeremiah 51 and verse 1. It said, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of it, rise up against me and destroy land. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 2, it reads, it says, and I will send Babylon famine, that shall banish your enter your land, when the day of trouble shall be against them round about. Jeremiah 51 verse 3, against him that maketh up the ark of his glory, and against him that lifted himself up in his rights, spare ye not the young man to show the all the hosts. Verse 4, thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, they are frustrated trees. Jeremiah 51 verse 5, but Israel has not been forsaken, or Judah is power before the king of hosts. For their land is full of sin against the Holy One of Israel, Christ to this day. Jeremiah 51 verse 6, out of the midst of Babylon, and never let any man be sold, be not cut off for iniquity. But this is the time that the Lord Yahweh thy power is finished, whether unto her recompense, right? Like it says in Revelation 18, chapter 22. Jeremiah 51 verse 7, these are Babylon, for the company will get out of it, and they all play punishment. Nations have gone to the line, therefore the nations are mad. Right after I see nations are mad at Babylon, and when we come up to the direction of greatness, it's still to this day. Especially it's my Babylon sister, like I mentioned before. Jeremiah 51 verse 8, it says, Babylon is suddenly fall and destroyed after her take on her pain, so that she may be healed. Right now, it's a healing for the daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. This is Jeremiah 51 verse 9. It says, it says, sacred her, let us show everyone his own country, but her judgment reach up to heaven, and step up into the sky. Right there to the day. Jeremiah 51 verse 10, the Lord Yahweh has brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare it to Zion in the works of the Lord Yahweh thy power. Jeremiah 51 verse 11. It says, make right the airways and gather the shields. It says, the Lord Yahweh has raised up the spirit of kings and kings, right? So like Isaiah 13 verse 17, so much the device against Babylon to destroy you. Right, that's what I'm saying. Revelation 6, Ezekiel 38 verse 4, Isaiah 13 verse 17. It says, because here's the way that the Lord Yahweh defends of his temple. Jeremiah 51 verse 12, It says, set up a standard upon the walls of Apple. Make watch strong, set up the watchman, prepare the book. It says, read that again. Jeremiah 51, verse 12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Apple. Make watch strong, set up the watchman, prepare the Jeremiah 51, verse 14, it says, the Lord God will not saying, surely God will kill you again as a nation for they shall be esteemed. And this is the prophet Jeremiah 51, verse 15. He had made the earth by his power. He had established the world by his wisdom. He had stretched out the heavens by his understanding. Jeremiah 51, verse 16. When he uttered his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens. He caused the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He make the lightning with rain. He bringeth forth the wind out of his treasure. The prophet Jeremiah 51, verse 17. Every man is judged by his knowledge. Every founder is defined by the graven image, for his false image is falsehood, there is no repentance. The prophet Jeremiah 51, verse 18. They are vanity and works of error. From the time their visitation they shall perish. The prophet Jeremiah 51, verse 19. Of course, no takers are like it. This will rise the heavens unto the Lord and how the Moses' name. Jeremiah 51, verse 20. Thou art acts of war, thee of the break of peace of the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms. Jeremiah 51, verse 21. And with thee I will break to pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee I will break to pieces the chariot and his rider. Jeremiah 51, verse 22. It says, and with thee I will also break to pieces the man and woman, with thee I will break to pieces the old and young, with thee I will break to pieces a young man and maid. Verse 23. It says, I will also break to pieces with thee the shepherd and his mother. Thee I will break to pieces the other man and just livestock. With thee I will break to pieces captives and rulers. Jeremiah 50, verse 34. It says, I will render unto Babylon all the inhabitants of Chaldea, and all that they had done in Zion, to Zion, in your sight, saith the Lord Yahweh. Jeremiah 51, verse 25. It says, behold, I am against thee, and destroy mountains, saith the Lord Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth. And I will stretch my hand upon thee, and I will roll thee down to the rocks. I will make thee a earth mountain. Prophet Jeremiah 51, verse 76. It says, they shall not take them in storm, nor from these storms among the nations. But thou shalt be desolate forever, saith the Lord Yahweh. Verse 27. Set up the standard in the land, and blow the trumpet among the nations. Prepare the nations against her, talking together against the kingdoms of Asherah and Mini and Ashkenaz, and point a captain against her, causing the horses to come up as a rough caterpillar. Verse 28. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of Medes, right, the Russians, and the captains that were all the great church on all prayers of the Mini. Just like that's happening, just like that's happening in the ancient times, we're going to see this in the modern day times too. This is Jeremiah 51, verse 29. It says, and the land shall tremble and sob in every purpose. But the Lord Yahweh shall be formed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation by the habitations. Jeremiah 51, verse 30. It says, the mighty men of Babylon are going to fight. They have remained their hopes, their might has failed. They become as weak, they have gone like water. How far from them? So we definitely want to continue prophesying. We're going to continue prophesying this modern day Babylon, right? Yeah, we get into that book of Matthew 24. Yeah, this is Matthew 24 and verse 6. It says, yeah, this is the book of Matthew 24 verse 6. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled for all these things, must first come to pass, but then to the end. Right, so it's not going to end just yet. So it's going to be continually increasing of these wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. As we see in the wars and rumors of wars, it's going to increase more and more in these times. Now we're starting to see these actual wars and rumors of wars are starting to be actual wars between the different nations and different armies. And that's what we're seeing. This is Matthew 24, verse 7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, earthquakes in diverse places. Just like I mentioned that magnitude of that 6.1 earthquake hit over there in the islands not too far from New Zealand. And we definitely been seeing high magnitudes of earthquakes in diverse places of that sort. And we're going to see the famines and pests and plagues, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, wars and rumors of wars on top of that as well too. Matthew 24:8, Matthew 24 verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. So all these biblical signs that we're going to see, especially on the second Edges 16 verse 18, the beginning of famines, the beginning of great wars, the beginning of great evils, and great great deaths, and all that's going to continue to increase. So these is the increase in the beginning of those sorrows, that we're going to see for the moon percentage. And this is Matthew 24 verse 9. This is Matthew 24 verse 9. It says this, Matthew 24 verse 9. It says, "Then shall they represent to you good, they shall give you, and you shall be hated of all nations for his name's sake." Right, so we're going to be hated of all nations for the Heavenly Father's name's sake. As us getting the service of prophets, just like it was in ancient times, like see some modern day times. And this is Matthew's 24 and skip it. This is Matthew 24 verse 10. It says, "Then shall meet be offended, and they shall betray one another, and they shall hate one another." This is Matthew 24 verse 11. "And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many." Right, that's why the scripture says, "Take heed that no man deceive you, and ye shall know the truth, and that you shall make free under the doctrine of the Heavenly Father, how looking for scriptures to us Israelites." This is Matthew 24 and verse 12. "And because iniquity shall abound, love and shall not scold." So lawlessness and iniquity is going to ramp up. Just like it says in 1 John 3 verse 4, "Whosoever committed sin also transgressed the law." So lawlessness and iniquity is going to ramp up as well too, which we're seeing right now, especially as of yesterday with that Edomite did over there in Rochester Hills. He was kind of bugged out. They said this nigga. They said this nigga had a. They said this nigga. They said this nigga. He had a. He had like a two. He had like two. He had like two blocks. Two blocks on him. He had like two blocks on him. And he had like a long ass rifle on his on the I believe at the kitchen counter or something like that. They said he was kind of bugged out. Hey, bugged out the ways of Babylon. Hey, could you be so much in the ways of Babylon. Hey, the ways of Babylon kind of make you bug out. That's why the scripture says the God of this world have blind the minds of people that which not believe. The wisdom of this world is foolishness in the sight of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. But that's just a sad note I just want to add. That shows you that iniquity, lawlessness is going to ramp up more and more these times. Yeah, this got this Matthew 24. Got Matthew 24 verse 13. But it said, but he shall. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right. So he that endure to the end, the same shall be saved, which is Israelites, the service of prophets of the Yahweh Shemel Shah. This is Matthew 24 verse 14. It says, "And the gospel of the kingdom should be preached unto all the world for a witness unto all nations, then the end shall know it." Right, so the gospel of the kingdom of the Yahweh Shemel Shah is definitely being preached unto all the world for a witness. That's why you see Israelites where we've been scattered at preaching this word of the doctrine, the true sound doctrine of the Yahweh Shemel Shah. And that's being the service of prophets. Hey, just like it says in 2 Edges verse 5, the beginning of the end is being manifested. So the gospel of the kingdom of the Yahweh Shemel Shah is being manifested in so ever as we get closer and closer to the end of the rulership. That's why Revelation 12 verse 12, most of the deceivers are going to come down with their gravity and have a short time. Now, I'm going to bring out that Luke 17 verse 28. After this Luke 17 verse 28, it says, "Likewise, also in the days of Lot, they eat, they drink, they bought, they sold, they plant, they built." Right, because our forefather Lot, he was vexed with the filthy conversation during his times. Because during like ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, this is a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. So there's no new thing under the sun. So this is definitely the modern day spiritually days of Lot. Just like the modern days of Noah, these definitely are the modern days of Lot, especially this modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, especially this Africa lifestyle. This Luke 17 and verse 28. Likewise, also in the days of Lot, they did make it says, likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they eat, they drink, they bought, they sold, they plant, they built. Luke 17 and verse 29. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone and destroyed all them all. So that shows you that. And I'm going to go to verse 31. Luke 17 verse 31. This Luke 17 verse 31. It says, in that day he shall be upon the housetop, and his stuff is in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not turn back. Luke 17 verse 32. Remember Lot's wife, right? So we definitely remember Lot's wife. So that shows you that this is the modern days of Lot. Because the Lot's wife, she looked back and she got turned into a pillar of salt. So we're not looking back, we're looking forward to the kingdom of Yahweh Shemel and establishing righteousness. This is Luke 17 and verse 30. Yeah, Luke 17 and verse 33. It said, whosoever shall seek and save his life shall lose it. Whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. Luke 17 verse 34. It says, that kind of correlates to the First John 2 and verse 15 through verse 17. This is Luke 17 and verse 34. It says, I tell you, in that night there should be two men in one bed, and one should be taken and the other left. Luke 17 verse 35. It says, the two women should be brought together, and one should be taken and the other left. Luke 17 verse 36. The two men shall be in the field, and one shall be taken, and the other shall be left. Luke 17 verse 37. They shall ask and say unto him, where the Lord out and say unto them, this is everything the body was living, for the weakest he gathered this. Right, so ultimately, the Heavenly Father is going to bring increasing great provisions on the planet Earth. Just like it says in the book of Mark 3, verse 23 to verse 26. This is Luke 12, verse 52. For henceforth there shall be five in one house, divided three against two, two against three. Luke 12, verse 53. The father shall be divided against the son against the father, the mother against the daughter against the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. Right, so we're going to be seeing great divisions. That's going to cause a lot of seditions, uprisings, uproars of people world, not just only in North America, but we're going to see this worldwide, and it's only going to continue to increase. This is Luke 12 and verse 54. He said also to the people, when we see a cloud rise out of west straightway, he said, there comes a shower, so it is. Luke 12 verse 55. When we see the south wind blow, he said, there be heat, and it cometh to pass. This is Luke 12 and verse 56. It says, you hypocrites, you discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is that you not discern this time? Right, because this is modern days of Noah, modern days of Egypt. Because the God in this world have blinded eyes, people are just going to believe. People are eating and drinking, giving to marriage. They built, they sold, they plant, they built. Psalms 8:20 verse 5. So we thank the Heavenly Father power for us to have that increase in spiritual discernment, measure the time, and begin to gain a lot of power for that. So like Scripture says, how that you discern the face of the sky and the earth, how you can discern this time. So I'm going out Luke 12 verse 56. This is the book of Mark 3 and verse 23. It says, and he called them unto him and said, in the earth, how can Satan cast out Satan? Mark 3 verse 24. If they keep the son, they cannot stand. right? So it's going to be a division between a kingdom within itself and outside of their nation rise up against another kingdom. That's what we're seeing. Mark 12, verse 55. And if a house can divide against itself, that house cannot stand. Right? So it's going to be divisions between people within their own household. That's why we're seeing the book of Deuteronomy 30, verse 7 is in full effect. That's why we're seeing lawlessness, iniquity, sins ramping up, the spirit's career for vengeance. So we're going to be seeing divisions between people within their own kingdom, outside of their kingdom as well too, within their house, outside of their house as well too. This Mark 12, verse 76. And if Satan rise up against himself, be divided. He cannot stand but have an end. Right. Second Ezra 6 verse 9. Second Ezra 9 verse 5. Prime examples, you know. That's why the ultimate sequel is coming down to Brett Rabbits, no cabbage, no snap. So it's going to be both visions of Satan against one another. And it's going to have an end. And that's what we're seeing. Second Ezra 6 verse 9, Second Ezra 9 verse 5. And call Allah Yahweh Shem Shad. Yeah, this is 1 John 2 and verse 15. It says, love not the world, because the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the Father is not in him. Right, so we got to love the ways of the Heavenly Father, not love the ways of this world. Now we understand we are of the world, but not of it. But like mentally and spiritually, we got to come out of the ways of this world, because it, you know, it doesn't fully it doesn't fully represent the ways of righteousness. It's the opposite of that. You know, like it says, Psalms 18 verse 5, Proverbs 29 verse 2, Job 9 verse 24. That's prime examples. So we gotta love the ways of the Heavenly Father, even though everything's a balance inside the Heavenly Father. You know, but we cannot have our full mindset, full 100% mindset on the ways of this world. You know, the ways of this world, at the most evilness, wickedness, unrighteous deeds. We see it in our face on an everyday basis, every second, every hour, you know, every day. So we cannot be fully part of the ways of this world. So it totally makes a perfect lot of sense. You know? It's especially if you're an Israelite. Is that for all that is in the world, unless the flesh, unless the eyes of the body of life is not the world. Right? So the lust of the flesh and the pride of life is of the world, but it's not the Father. So we're going to go the ways of the Father, not follow the ways of the lust of the flesh and the pride of life all the time. Because everything is balanced. We don't want to be 100% in those ways all the time. We understand the flesh is weak. Of course, we go off of a lot of things, you know, everything's a balance. But like to be on that like every time, all the time, 24/7. So the lust of the flesh, the pride of life is of the world, but it's not of the Father. 1 John 2 verse 17, it says the world passeth away and the lust of the world, but he that does the will of Yahweh abide forever. Right, so the Israelite, he that does the will of Yahweh abide forever. Now let's get into that Romans. This is Romans 12 and verse 1. Yeah, this is Romans chapter 12 verse 1. It reads. It says, Romans 12 verse 1. It says, I beseech you therefore, brother, by the mercy of Yahweh, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice of obedience. It says, Romans 12 verse 1. I beseech you therefore, brother, by the mercy of Yahweh, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice of obedience. Right, so this is reasonable service inside the Heavenly Father. Continue making our call to make sure we make our bodies as a living sacrifice when we're out here in the highways and hedges. We're going to sit there in essence, getting Israel to marriage, continue making our call to make sure, lifting up the names of the Heavenly Father. You know? So this is our reasonable service inside the Heavenly Father. decided to continue to push on through that path and brought into the album of Israel from everyone. And this is Romans 13. Oh, I'm going to verse 2. We got Romans 12, verse 2. It says, "Be not conformed to this world, but ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good and acceptable in His sight, and the will and perfect of Yahweh." Right. So, what's good and perfect, and acceptable in the sight of the Heavenly Father Yahweh? Coming back to who you actually are as being the chosen people of the Most High. Keeping law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, getting Israel to the marriage, signing names to the Heavenly Father, looking up the names of the Heavenly Father. So that's what's perfect and good beside the Heavenly Father, and being renewed in your mind, and be not conformed to the rest of this world. This is Romans 13, verse 11. It says, and that This is Romans 13, verse 11. It says, "And at no time but now it's our salvation." Right, for us Israelites. Hey, now's the time, the high time to wake up, sleep. Come out of the ways of Babylon, coming back to the ways of the Heavenly Father, come back to where you actually are. And these increasing biblical signs that the Heavenly Father is showing us. Hey, now's that time. Time to wake out of time to wake up out of your slumber. Time to wake out of your spiritual sleep. Time to wake out of sleep. Israelites. So Romans 13, verse 12, the night is about to be amazing and let us cast out the works of darkness. Right, so let us cast out the works of darkness, let us put on the armor of light, the righteous armor of light, that Father Yahweh. Like it says in Ephesians the 6th chapter, verse 10. It's Romans 13, verse 13. Let us walk honestly in the day, not in rivalry, not in tampering, not described in. Now I'm going to bring up in 1 Thessalonians. Yeah, this is 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 1. It reads, it says, "But the time and season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you." 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 2. It says, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord Yahweh shall come as a thief in the night." 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 3. "But when they shall say peace and safety, such expression shall harm them as it shall live, your child shall not stay there." 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 4. He said, "But ye brethren, are not in darkness, and the day shall overtake you as a thief." 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 5, it says, "Ye are the children of the light, right? Us Israelites, and the children of the day. We are not here in darkness." 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 6, it says, let us not, it says, "Therefore let us not sleep as the others, but let us watch and be sober." 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 7. It says, right, like it says in Psalm, it makes perfect sense because, like it says in Psalms 82 and verse 5, the world boasting hearts, and the whole earth tires. So let us not sleep as the others. The whole world is in the gross darkness. But that marvelous light is coming to the whole world by the word of the Heavenly Father. This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 6. "Therefore let us not sleep as the others, and let us watch and be sober." This is 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 7. "And they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night." 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 8, it reads, it said, "But let us who are of the day and be sober, and putting on the breastplate and the faith and love, and for a helmet and hope of salvation." Now let's get into that Ephesians. Ephesians 6th chapter, 6, 7, 8. Pleasure. So Ephesians 6 verse 18. It says, Ephesians 6 verse 10. It says, "My brothers, be strong for the power of His might." Right, so we got to be strong for the power and trust in the power of His might. That's Israelites. Ephesians 6 verse 11, put on the whole armor of God. Bless you. Second, yeah, Ephesians 6 verse 11, put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the wiles of deceit. Right, so we got to continue to put on the whole armor of God. Except we stand against the wiles of deceit, especially these times. It's Ephesians 6 and verse 12. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the rulers in the dark of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. This is Ephesians 6 verse 13. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to withstand the evil day, which we are approaching those evil days. We definitely see it, and it's on the increase. Bless you. Ephesians 6 verse 13. Yeah, Ephesians 6 verse 13. Therefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to withstand the evil day and have done all to stand. Ephesians 6 and verse 14. Standing therefore, have your loins girded about the truth, having on the breastplate of righteousness. Verse 15. Ephesians 6 verse 15 reads, and your feet shoes with the preparations of the gospel of peace. Ephesians 6 verse 16. Moving on, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fire dots of wicked. Ephesians 6 verse 17. Taking the helmet of salvation, which is the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh. Ephesians 6 verse 18, praying always with all prayers and supplications in the Spirit, and watching thereunto to bless you. Right after verse 15, it says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Right, we got to continue to walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. This is Ephesians 5 verse 16, but even the time because the days are evil. Like as we approach those few days, so we got to continue to give the time because the days are evil. This is Ephesians 5 verse 18. Be not troubled with wine, wherein excess was filled with the Spirit. God. And this is the book of Colossians, chapter 4, verse 5. It says, walk in wisdom towards them without redeeming times. So we got to continue to walk in wisdom towards them that are without, because we're living in modern day world darkness on the planet Earth. So we got to continue to walk in wisdom towards them that are without. And wisdom and knowledge shall be stability in our times, for salvation, and how our house treasure. But after they get into the second Timothy, Second Timothy chapter 3, verse 1, it says, this know also the latter days perilous times shall come. Right, so also in the latter days perilous times shall come as we closer and closer approach those times, once it comes into full effect, and it's on the increase as we approach those times, as the days get evil, as lawlessness and iniquity ramping up, heavy judgments are increasing, and we get closer and closer once it comes to full effect, like it's at perilous times. As I brought out Second Timothy 3, verse 1. It's 2 Timothy chapter verse 2. And show the those themselves, covetous, boasters, proud. Proverbs 6 verse 18. Blasphemers, disobedience to the parents. It's 2 Timothy 3 verse 3. Without acts of affection, true virtues, false accusers, incontent, fears, despise, and things of the Lord. Like Isaiah 5 verse 1. Woe to them that call evil good and evil. Ecclesiasticus 10 verse 6. Because evilness and wickedness is up at all to the high. It's being highly esteemed rather than righteousness being highly esteemed. That's why it says in Isaiah 29 verse 16, surely your plans is turned upside down and esteem is spotless great. Proverbs 29 verse 2, when the righteous are deployed, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear wicked mourn. Psalms 82 verse 5, as I referenced that scripture many times already. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 4. It says, praise is high mind, lovers of pleasure, lovers of the house. Right, so more and more in these times, other signs of the times that we are in as the days progresses on, traders, heathens, high mind, lovers of pleasure, lovers of the house. So that's going to increase more and more these times. As we get closer and closer of these perilous times, once it comes into full effect. 2 Timothy 3 verse 5, having informed God has put thine inheritance for such time to wait. 2 Timothy 3 verse 6, for all they which creep into the house and lay captive. They would have the woman laden with the sin and laden with diverseness. 2 Timothy 3 and verse 7. And ever learning and able to come into the knowledge of the truth. Yep. Yep. So I'm leaving it at that. Yep. This First Peter 5 verse 8. It says, "So vision that you have so secret is no longer without secret. We make found." Bring up that Revelations 2 verse 12 as well. So got this Revelations 12 verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, heavens, ye that dwell therein. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, and of the sea, because the deceiver is come down unto you, having great wrath, because you have it, you know it, where you have no short time." Like the second address 9 verse 5, second address 6 verse 9 as well too. Now I'm gonna bring up that Isaiah. Look, Isaiah 29 verse 6. Switch up the topic. Switch up the topic once again. So this is as we mentioned once again. So this is what we're out there. We're out there. Make sure everything good. Yep, everything good for Wadi Al Shop. So yeah, like I mentioned once again, so this is what we're out here, I'm signing this great country, so we'll be blessings, living up things of the Heavenly Father, I don't understand ever. So this is our reasonable search inside the Heavenly Father, and to make it come and sure that it is what's perish or what they hear, what you hear. Now I'm going to switch up the topic and go to Isaiah 29 verse 6. It's prophet Isaiah 29 verse 6. And thou shalt visit the Lord out of the hosts, and thunder, and earthquake, and great noise, and storms, and tempests, and flames of fire. Right, just like that record-breaking heavy floodings down there in South Florida. Hey, what's up, Mom? This is Isaiah 29 verse 6. It says, "Thou shalt be visited with the outward host, thunder and earthquake, and great noises, and storms, and tempests." Right, so we're going to see that more in these little times. We're going to see the tornadoes, the storms, the earthquakes, the famines, the pests and plagues. We got two different types of pests and plagues, especially the weather conditions that we've been seeing at a historical rate. With these floodings, these tornadoes, these earthquakes, landslides, floodings, famines, pests and plagues. So it has nothing to do with climate change or Mother Nature. It has nothing to do with that. So it has something to do with the true creator, which is the Father, Howard Host is going to visit this earth now, so more than ever. Storms and tempests and the flames of fire down, so more than ever. Get into the Psalms 18 verse 7. Then the earth shook, the foundations also the hills moved and were shaken because of its rock. Second Edges. Second Edges and verse 2. Then thou shalt understand it is a very same time where in the heights will begin to visit the world which you made. Right, so the Heavenly Father is going to visit the earth now, so more than what you made with these tornadoes, the earthquakes, landslides, floodings, famines, pests, and plagues. Just like it says in Luke 21 and verse 11, too, which I'm about to bring that out since I mentioned that. So places that surround the whole planet Earth, they're going to see earthquakes and tornadoes that they haven't got hit by in a very long time. We've definitely been seeing that. Places like I just named a few names for example, like Australia. Melbourne, Australia, they haven't got hit by an earthquake, good solid magnitude earthquake in a very long time. I believe they got hit twice by an earthquake. It was like a 4.7 to like 4.9 over there in France. I believe like the outskirts of France haven't got hit by an earthquake in a very long time. We seen that recently, just like a couple of months ago over there in New Jersey, like over there throughout the Northeast region. They got hit with that 4.8 earthquake, just like when that solar eclipse happened during that time. So these are just prime example of areas that haven't got hit by an earthquake in a very long time, or the storms and tempests declared by fire. That's what we're going to be seeing increasing more and more. Just like it says in Ecclesiastes 38 verse 29, like the fire and hail, famine, all these were great adventures from the Heavenly Father out. So that shows that He's a true creator, He's a righteous, balanced power. Just like that news article, I'll say just like that news article that came out like a couple of days ago, they were saying that California is in for a big earthquake. That's why we're seeing wildfires over there, earthquakes over there. So it's like the northern region of like outside the Bay Area, we're seeing earthquakes. Like the southern part, outskirts of California, we're seeing earthquakes. So we're gonna see that increasing for a more expansion. So hey, I made sure that what you might be right here. So put 21 verse 11. It says, "Great earthquake shall be in thy places." Right, these increasing high magnitude of this earthquakes in our rich places. We're going to see it more and more increasing this time. Behave! Oh, my bad, brother. Yeah, this is 21 verse 11. It says, "A great earthquake shall be in thy rich places." Right, so it has nothing to do with the heart machine. And if it does have something with the heart machine, it's designed and it's in control by the Heavenly Father Yahweh, because He's in control of everything, Yahweh of Israel. So if it does have something to do with the heart machine, climate change, Mother Nature, if that's the case, but we got to give credit to the Heavenly Father, because He's the one that's in control of everything, because He's the true creator, which is Yahweh of Israel. This is Luke 21 verse 11. "And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines." Right, just like I brought out that Amos 8 verse 11, there's going to be a famine of word in these modern day times as well too. Even though we see in famines different parts around the world, what we're going to be seeing in these big countries, in these big cities, we're going to be seeing famines going to be hit these times. This is a great earthquake shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence. Right, the two different categories of the pestilence and plagues. That chloria outbreak, that bird flu outbreak, that disease X, these new different type of pests and plagues that we're going to be seeing more and more in these times. Just like the places and plagues ancient kingdoms got hit by, especially over there in ancient Egypt. That's going to be happening in these modern day times as well too. It's like 2 Hedges 15 verse 5. It says, "In fearful sights and great signs shall there be heaven." I believe that's in the book of Luke, the 21st chapter, that explains that as well too. So we're going to be seeing these fearful sights and great signs shall that be from heaven as well too. That's only going to increase. These earthquakes in diverse places, famines and pests and plagues and fearful sights shall they be from heaven. We're going to be seeing more and more these things. And that shows that's another indicator of heaven Father business representing so many heaven and the Lord and how we host. Now, if we bring up that 2 Hedges 15 verse 5, since I mentioned that as well too. Yeah, this 2 Hedges. 15 verse 5, it says, "Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world with the sword, famine, death, and destruction." Right, so the sword, famine, death, and destruction is only going to increase by the Heavenly Father Yahweh, because He's in control of everything. So the Heavenly Father, He runs the whole show, because He's in control of everything. Anything that's living, anything that's created by the Heavenly Father, find ease control of it. Because like it says now, Isaiah 45 verse 7, I form the light, create darkness, I make peace, I before you help us all these things. Ecclesiastes 12 verse 14. Now, I'm looking into that Isaiah, the 11th chapter, and I'm close out. But I'm definitely be back at it again, round 2, through Spirit, Power, Grace, and Mercy, and Highway, Outshot. Now, let's see. Yeah, this is Isaiah 11 verse 10. It says, in that day there should be it says, in that day there should be a root of Jesse. There shall stand for an ensign of people to it shall the Gentiles see. His verse of the glorious. Prophet Isaiah 11 verse 11. It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to become the bringing of his people, which should be left from Syria and from Egypt and from Paphos and from Cush and from Elam and from Chaldea. These are the areas. These are the areas our brothers and sisters are still scattered in. So that shows you that we're not only in North America, but we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, just like it says, like outcasts of Israel at the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. In the book of Hosea 1 verse 10, it says Israel should be as the sand of the sea. And Heavenly Father's coming back for the remnant of his people, which is us, the Israelites. This is Isaiah 11 verse 10. Isaiah 11 verse 12. He shall set up a nation for nations. He shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and to gather them as first Judah from the four corners of the earth. Isaiah 11 verse 13. The indeed also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversary of Judah shall depart off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. Right, so Judah and Ephraim is not going to envy and vex one another no more. They're going to come back together as that one stick, just like it says in the book of Zephaniah 2 and verse 1. That's in progress as we're speaking. And Matthew 24 verse 12, bringing the children of Israel back together, bringing the tribes back. This is Isaiah 11 verse 13. It says, Isaiah 11 verse 14. It says, they shall and they shall spoil the land together. They shall lay in like the Moabites, so-called Chinese, the Ammonites, so-called Japanese, and the Romans, Esau, Edom, so-called white. This is Isaiah 11 verse 15. It says, the Lord Yahweh shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea. With his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the rivers, and he shall smite it the seven springs to make man go a dry shore. The prophet Isaiah 11 verse 16, and there shall be a highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be a left from Assyria, like as it was to Israel in the day he came up out of the land of Egypt. So with that, I'm gonna be back again with round 2. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. Live camp lesson out here on the Highways and Hedges, the chief place of concourse, on this June 16th, 2024, on this Sunday afternoon. You know, Sunday morning / noon and afternoon. I'm watching my shot for giving us an opportunity, chance to come out and do so. Lots of other things that Yahweh have shot, and Barak come to the elders where I can walk as always. And so with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to say Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Hashem, Kakadash. And the Heavenly Father, the true name is Yahweh. There's only begotten Son, Hashem, the name of Mashiach, Yahweh. Those are their true names in the ancient Pelican Hebrew, the last one pronounced on the tongue. And I say Barak to the elders where I came on Akbar. Until next time, I'll say Kum Yasharala and Shalom. I'm gonna definitely be back at it again in round 2. Your spirit, power, grace, and mercy, and Yahweh Yahshua. Kum Yasharala and Shalom.